Hello, my name is Catherine Morgan, and my company is Point A to Point B Transitions, Inc. Thank you so much for joining us on day 2 of Changing Careers in Your 40s. So we ended the first day with a couple questions for you. How you were feeling generally in your life, whether this might be a good time for a career transition, what kind of career transition you might want. Is it just a more simple job change? I'm going to say more simple because no job change is ever truly easy, but is it a job in your current company that might be the most appealing to you, a different job, maybe with a different boss or in a different group? Or is it a job with a competitor or somebody else in your industry that maybe is a better company to work for or has a shorter commute or is a better fit in any number of ways? Or is it a similar job in a different industry? Is your industry in trouble? Are you looking to have a new challenge? Is there an industry that you're particularly interested in and think your skills would transfer? Or is it option 4? You want to throw the whole thing out and try something new, a different position in a different industry. I think that we should concentrate on that option for a little bit today with this video. So you're thinking that you want a change. You've had it, you figure you've been there, done that, you're looking for a new challenge, whatever the reason is. You are thinking of changing careers, which is my option 4, which is getting a different job in a different industry. Hooray for you. But there are some things that you want to think about. One, that is the more difficult position to sell. So you're going to want to figure out how to get some experience or build some expertise in that new industry. You have a couple options open to you, and it's gotten significantly easier with social media and Web 2.0. That's the good news. First of all, there's the tried and true old tactic, is figure out a way to volunteer some skills in your new industry and get some experience with it on the side while you're in your present job so you don't have to put your paycheck at risk. This is a great way to meet people in the industry, see what they're like, see if they feel right to you, just to sort of try it on. It's like trying on a pair of shoes. You get to test it out first and then see if that's really where you want to go. Another option is to get onto LinkedIn and start following companies in that industry so that you know what's going on in that industry and in those specific companies. And you also want to join discussion groups that talk about issues in the industry so you can get up to speed on the challenges in the industry. And then when you can get some informational interviews with people in that new industry, you sound intelligent and knowledgeable, and they think you're one of them as opposed to coming in from the outside. So let's talk about getting informational interviews. LinkedIn has made this significantly easier. I hope that you have a LinkedIn profile, and I hope that it's filled out 100%. I hope that it has a great picture of you, smiling, professional, no goofy backyard barbecue pictures, and I've seen worse than that. Make sure that you fill out everything, your skills, your resume, the dates, everything. It is painful. I understand. It's a time suck. It will take you half a day to fill the sucker out, but it is completely and totally worth it. And then run it by somebody else. Let them see your summary and your skills part. That is where you maybe can talk in a first person. I do often recommend that people do it in a first person so that somebody reading it has the dry facts about you in the experience part, but then the summary and the skills part, especially the summary, gives a flavor of your personality. It's beneficial, especially for salespeople, coaches. I'm not sure what you do because we haven't talked yet, but I recommend thinking about doing it in the first person or a lighter version of the third person if you're more comfortable with the third person voice. Okay, so LinkedIn, not optional, necessary for any kind of job transition. Fill it out, use it. This is the most valuable thing on the planet for job transition. So now you have a completed profile, beautiful smiling picture, no typos, spell check everything, folks, please. I can't tell you the awful stuff I have seen. It doesn't automatically spell check. You have to do it manually. Okay, get off my soapbox on that one. Sorry I got carried away on the LinkedIn thing for a minute. It's important, and I can't really stress how important it is. For getting informational interviews. You want to start meeting people in the new industry. You want to start finding people to talk to learn about what their work is like, what their day is like, what their companies are like. You're new. You probably don't know about this industry unless, of course, you have friends in the industry. But still, you want to find out as much as you can before you're making a career transition. So make sure that you have all your contacts in LinkedIn. Start reaching out to people. Start looking for people you might have lost track of along the way. You never know who they know. And you can reach out through people when you find companies that you want to work for. There's a great function in LinkedIn in the company search. You can get very, very specific and find people who you know in the company to talk to you about it. It's not something that I can do in a simple video like this, but I will tell you that the company search and the people search function in LinkedIn is far more robust than most people know. And take a moment, watch their videos, do some of the reading about it, Google search, whatever you need to do to find out about it. Talk to a LinkedIn professional. There are people these days who do nothing but teach people how to use LinkedIn and how to and write profiles. So just learn about it, and this will help you in your research, which will prove invaluable in your interview process when you finally get interviews for your new job, because you're going to know your stuff. When you're moving into a new industry, you always feel a little bit at a loss. But if you take your time, you research, you talk to people, you follow companies on LinkedIn, Google News Feed, however you like to digest your information, read about it, find out about it, and make sure that it's a good fit. And have informational interviews. There's no harm lost, just a little bit of time. And maybe you make a friend. You never know. Here's your homework. Commit to filling out your LinkedIn profile completely. Everything. Commit to doing the best job you can with it. Start following companies that you might like to work for. In your industry, out of your industry, just start following them. Because sometimes when they see that you're following them and they have an opportunity, they reach out to you. That happened to me with a client recently, so word to the wise. Follow companies you might want to work for, and maybe it'll save you a whole lot of trouble. Also, start thinking about who you might want to have an informational interview with. So if you're exploring a couple different types of positions or a couple different types of industries, start setting up informational interviews. Mostly people want to help. Do not be afraid to reach out. If someone's busy, they're busy. Then set a time further in the future or find somebody else. But mostly people want to help, and they will be willing to talk to you as long as you respect their time. This is Catherine Morgan from Point A to Point B Transitions, Inc. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bye.